Human Systems Science by Dr. Christopher K. Slaton. Master the art of self-learning. Learn how the brain, body, and senses rotate from a neural self at the breath of life to a social self in acts to live through the experience of contact. Learn why the brain acts in the lead of the body from the breath of life. Learn what it feels like to experience social contact as backward feed, such as the way air travels backward into the lungs to calm the receive path, such as the way air travels by way of the throat, nose, and mouth to cool the sense path. Learn what brain management and body discipline feels like. Learn how it feels to focus self-learning process loops. Learn how what happens has happened, such as the way a sense of feel for the experience of self collects from the process of learning what it feels like to be alive. Learn how the brain experiences the body and the senses in response to neural process loops and social influences, such as within the context of neural and environmental exchanges. Learn how a social sense of self frames states of mind backward at the breath of life. Learn how backward feed refers to neural processing and the physical and neural self, such as when the brain and body rotates from sense and receive path functions that rewire the flow of energy, action, and feelings. Learn how forward and backward responses refer to a changing social self to a neural one. Learn how the neurophysics of self refers to brain and body awareness, such as how memory and emotion affects a sense of self and thought, and reflection flows from a sense of feel for the experience of brain, body, and sense coaction. For more on the field of human systems science, subscribe to the Brain's Body podcast.
The Brain's Body by Dr. Christopher K. Slaton. Mastering the Art of Living focuses on mental health and self-awareness. Level 1. To live is not the same as to learn how to live in a home. Level 2. To learn is not the same as to learn how to learn in a school. Level 3. To think is not the same as to learn how to think in a neighborhood. Level 4. To respond is not the same as to learn how to respond in a workplace. At Level 1. The Crisis of Self. Human Systems Science. Try living through an internal crisis without a method for understanding life grounded through the day-to-day practices of learning how to rotate through each experience. 1. Life inside the home. 2. Life inside the school. 3. Life inside the neighborhood. And 4. Life inside the workplace, grounded through brain, body, and sense learning practices. Human Systems Science is self-science. The fact that you may question the validity of my approach is empirical on its face. The study of self, what happened? At Level 2. Understanding self-recovery. Brain in the lead of the body. 1. Learning how to live in a home. 2. Learning how to learn in a school. 3. Learning how to think in a neighborhood. And 4. Learning how to respond in a workplace. Learning the brain is the process, training the body is the program. For instance, your neural self is what processes your social self as you rotate through the experience of experiencing the influences of trained states of mind. You realize why, what happened, happens. At Level 3. Understanding brain performance. Sense and receive path research. 1. Learning the process skills to lead a family. 2. Learning the process and program skills to use in education. 3. Learning the process and program skills to participate in government. And 4. Learning the process and program skills to perform in the economy. The sense path rotates with the receive path. The brain acts in the lead of the body. The brain interacts with the body to receive a sense of feel for the experience of energy, action, and feelings to respond. Emotion shifts to thought and thought shifts to reflection. At Level 4. Memory. 1. The brain responds to what happened between a sense of self and a sense of feel for self. 2. The neural self extends the process flow to comprehend physics in the social self. 3. Two halves, the self that collects a sense of feel to process the experience, and the self that features a sense of mind to program the behavior response. 4. The brain and body conflict dissolves as the neural self takes the lead of the social self to process memory with emotion and thought with reflection as the neurophysics of self-awareness.